Hey, happy day. Welcome to Right for Canada. What is right for Canada? I know what's wrong for Canada, and that'll be the leadership that Canada has. I'm an upper Canada and a lower Canada kind of guy, Alberta particularly. Separate! That's kind of my deal, but hey, whatever it is, it is, it is. Premier of Alberta, I'm proud of her. I like how she's been talking and speaking up lately. That's kind of cool, and I hope she keeps on. Have a hard hand. She has anger now. Have anger. You need to have anger when you're referring particularly to the prime mistake of the country. You need to be angry. So good going. The public needs to be led, not misled. Kind of a big sentence there, don't you think? Because it is misled. Again, with the Liberals down in Ottawa, I mean, they mislead people. That's what Pinkos do. They do not lead, they mislead. And it's a bad thing. So, hey, we can only hope for Canada. But I'm a Westerner. We need to get the West kind of going, the rocking thing and all the rest of it. And I think now with the election in the US of A, that's going to help. It's going to help a lot. Trump, he likes oil. Drill, baby, drill. And Alberta has oil. Saskatchewan, too, of course. And I think good things are going to happen now, and I'm looking forward to it. Canadians, you know what? According to the Liberals, they're not very bright. They're kind of dumb. They don't know what cars to drive. They drive the wrong cars. They eat the wrong food, and they do everything incorrectly. You know what? And you use oil. You use lots of oil. How dare you? How dare you do dumb things? I mean, now they're even trying to tell us how to eat. They're thinking maybe meat's not so good. Beef, cows, moo. They change things too in terms of the environment. We're not happy with that. They're going to change that too. They hate everything about us. They just do. They have this little model, that little thing that they're trying to push us into and make us part of, and we're not. We're not part of that because they're different than us. They being the Liberals, the people that lead the country. In the country, in Ottawa, I mean, it's not very nice. I mean, it's kind of going back to the COVID days. I mean, y'all have to wear masks, but we don't because we're elected. Boy, oh boy. Mass immigration to Canada. It's a problem. It's a real problem. It's a replacement kind of Canadian thing with regards to the Canadian European population, the descendants of same. Let's replace them because we're uncomfortable. White politicians are getting rid of all of the white people. That's effectively what they are doing. I mean, immigration is hard in our housing, it's hard in the hospitals and the infrastructure, and everything is just overtaxed and overburdened. And that comes with bringing in all of these people and the cost. Wow. Are there jobs for them? I don't think so. I mean, just last week, the Prime Minister of Canada gave away $62 million to Asia for gender equity. So he's spending all of his time looking after immigrants, not only in the country, but people out of the country. In other countries, I mean, in wars, Ukraine, he's giving away billions of dollars, and the taxes of Canadians continue to increase. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about us in any way. I mean, and look at all of his ministers. I mean, they're all from other countries anyway. This globalization thing, what happened to Canada? He's wrecked it. Can it be fixed? I don't know. It's not going to be easy. They don't focus on what's good for Canadians. They, again, being the politicians of Canada, what they focus on is the ethnic thing and religious and foreign issues and again, I can't say it enough. They just don't care. Now, as soon as you talk like I talk, of course, you're labeled, you're a racist, you're all kinds of things. I don't care what color anybody is. But they bring people into the country who don't speak English. It's hard for Canadians. You go into a bank, you go into a store, go into Starbucks, I'd like a cup of coffee, please. You might as well go outside and talk to a bloody tree. I mean, they don't understand our language. And they're coming in the you need to be able to speak English. And you phone somebody, governments particularly, and it says press 1 for English. You press it, and the person who comes on can't speak English. That's not very good. I mean, the Supreme Court now in Canada is being sued by Quebec over its refusal to translate decisions, legal decisions, prior to 1970 into French. Well, French is ridiculous anyway. The country shouldn't have it. 99% of all the French people are in Quebec. I mean, trillions with the T. Trillions of dollars have been spent. This is why taxpayers are so overburdened. It has been spent because of this bilingual nonsense. You can't get out of a bloody airplane, fly from Edmonton to Calgary. You got to sit there for almost as long as it took to get there until they finish the language stuff in French, and not one person on the plane can understand it anyway. It's wrong. The way the country's ran is wrong, and I go right back to Alberta. I'm inspired. I listened to Premier Smith the other day talking. She inspired me. And I'm critical of everybody. It's kind of my job. But with her, it's hard to be critical. She means so well. She's pushing. Maybe she could lead us out of the wilderness. Hey, I just maybe think so. Hey, y'all come back. Happy Canada. One day it will be. We have to get rid of these left-wing wackos who run the country. Politically, right is right, left is wrong. Hey, see ya.